Hello, 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 everyone. I do believe we are live. There we go. Have to forgive me. It is literally my first time broadcasting. Let's see. Round two of the sprint series. We're obviously on full Ricard. And I've been spectating them in the practice server, but before qualifying started. And Jason McGregor looked insanely quick. He did a 53.8, if I'm not mistaken, which is just unbelievable pace. So we'll see if he can replicate that in tonight's qualifying session. There we go. We have game sound. Yay! Sorry about that, guys. Was a lot to handle. I believe Bartis was cutting it a bit close with the driver's briefing and getting the server up and running. I started the timers a bit quick. And yeah, literally as the intro video stopped, the server came online and I joined, so it was cutting it extremely close. Anyway, no one has started their flying laps yet, so not much to see yet. But who are we going to follow for the first flying lap, do you think? Okay, it's fine. Let's stick with JW Volskink. He's obviously driving for a hybrid this season, and he just started his flying lap, so let's see how that goes. Into the very tricky sector 1, turn 2. Don't cut the second corner too much because it'll send you flying off the track. Looks like it managed well. Let's jump on board the helmet cam, see what speeds he reached. He's obviously getting a tow from his teamie. All about the team game on this massive back straights. Yep. Teamie pulls off to the side. Now don't screw it up, Volskink. Looks like there was a bit too much turn in. Wasn't ready for quite the amount of grip. Nope. Loses the car on the bump. He's still in bounds though. He will try and continue the lap. But he's definitely not going to be happy with how he attacked sector or corner 9. My apologies, not sector 9. Okay, he's obviously not happy with his lap. He abandoned, letting his teamie come through. And his teamie, I don't know, nice. Let's go to King. It looks like he's on a pretty good lap. Into the very fast turn 8. That does not look like he kept it in track limits. That would probably be invalid. Let's go back to the helicam, see what's going on else on track. Mr. Alan Patterson, driving for PWSR. In the stock standard BMW livery. Very nice. Okay, while everyone is kind of neither here nor there on their flying laps, I'm going to take this moment to say thank you to our sponsors, 95 Liveries, PWSR, Resource Complete, Speed Labs, and DS Films. The intro video you guys saw earlier, that was done courtesy of DS Films. They did an amazing job. Get chills every time I watch the video. It is just phenomenal. Okay, let's go on board with Gordon Strauss. He's currently 2 tenths up in the Porsche on the back straight. Will he keep his Porsche on track as he tries to push it through the very fast and tricky corner 8? Let's see. Use as much of the track as possible. Car turns in, looks pretty stable, keeps it within track limits. Very nice. Very, very nice. Again, keeps it in track limits, brings it back to the inside of the track. He's still 2/10 up. There's only 2 corners left to go. I'll get as tight as possible, short little straights, brake early enough, don't miss the apex. There we go. Quick on the power and down to the main straight. It's 3/10 up. This should put him in a 54.8. There we go. Currently quickest, but I do not think that time will stand. Seen a lot of quicker times in practice. I think it's all about just getting confidence in the car and putting a lap together. Now, interesting about the AMG, it's usually a pretty fast car on the straights. But because of this turn 8 coming up at the end of the back straight, the car's, for some reason, super unstable through there, and the only way to get it stable is to run a bit more rear wing than what the drivers would like. And because of that, they're not hitting the same top speed as some of the other drivers in even the Porsche or especially the BMW. So they'll have to try and make the time up through the rest of the lap. Luckily, there's only one big straight and a lot of corners, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to stay on board with Ryan Ottens as he finishes his lap. He's 3/10 up, should put him in the 54s as well. Probably close towards Brandon Krier, although Krier's also 10th up on his lap at the moment. We'll jump to him right after Ryan finishes. I went a little bit wide, but I think he got away with it at the apex. Let's see, I think he lost all of his time through there, actually. Yeah, he did not improve. That's a shame. Okay, let's go to Brandon Krier. What a shot, what a beautiful car. Anyway, not a fanboy, just passionate. Car's looking really nice and stable. Takes it nice and wide on the inside, or on the inside to the corner. Then pulls it back, so you want to straighten the car up as much as possible for the exit. Otherwise you'll just have years and years of understeer, and that'll just cost you lap time. He's 4/10 up. Let's see where this puts him. $54.7. Don't think he actually improved. So I don't know if my timing screen is bugging out, but that's okay. Let's go further down the line. Someone that I'm missing tonight is Ruben Fenter. I don't know if they split the Pro and Pro-Am grid for tonight. It looks like it. Yeah, don't see him. Anyway, let's go to Bernard King. He's on an absolute flyover lap. 8/10 up on his personal best. Goes from 18th to 15th. Okay. Looks like the grid is a bit tight. Still a 55.9. It's not a bad lap. Just not quite quick enough at the moment. Where's my stream chat? Here we go. Yes, Jaco Grobler, that is indeed the fact. I spent some time with Christian Duploy last night in the practice server trying to figure out what to do with the AMG, because as soon as we try and make it as quick as the other cars in the straights, it just instantly kills you in the fast right-hander after the back straight. It's just crazy. So put on some rear wing, make it stable, and try and get the time back throughout the lap. Who else is on quick laps? Well, King is up 2/10 on his lap time. That should put him maybe up to 14th, just behind Taylor, just in front of Renner. There's nothing quite happening out on the front of the grid, so let's see. Patterson is improving. He's 3/10 up. Keeps it inside the track. Very nice. Nice and wide. Cut it back in. Straighten the car out. Power exit. Easy peasy. This track is easy, guys. Come on now. No, I'm joking. It's probably my least favorite track. I don't know if other drivers will agree with me, but it's just... I don't know, it feels like the track is supposed to be really technical, and then all they ended up doing was making it not fun. As Alan Patterson does improve at 10th, stays 16th. Wolfgang, 2/10 up as he starts the straight. He's getting a bit of a tow from the BMW. Let's check the top speed. 270 something, and wasn't very high. Bit of oversee on the exit, that's never nice. Very, very tricky section here. Double apex, turn number 9. So easy to lose the rear trail braking into it, but he did quite well. Doesn't look like the BMW is going to hold him up a bit. BMW in front of him is on a valid fast lap though, so the BMW has no obligation to get out the way. Forsink will just have to manage it. He's actually lost about 3/10. Yeah, he's not going to improve this lap. That's a shame. Who else is improving? Gideon Renner. Let's see what kind of setup he's running on his BMW. As I cut to him, he loses speed. Very nice. That is well outside of track limits. You'll have to abandon that lap. That is not how you want to take turn to number 8. LaRue, he's not improving. He's going to stay 6th. Yep. Quite quiet. No one is improving. Everyone is struggling. What's King doing? He's about 2/10 up. See if he can keep it throughout the lap. It's going to be tricky. Now, these 2 corners before the back straight is probably the 2 most important corners of the entire track. Because if you do not use all of the track on the exit of turn 7 just before the back straight, you can easily lose about 2/10 on this straight just by not maximizing your exit on turn 7. Misses the apex quite a bit, runs wide, but does keep it within track limits. Doing really well so far. He's 2/10 up still. Again, try and straighten the car out. Don't try and drift too wide. It's so easy to get track limits on the exit of corner number 11. Oh, a bit of a slide as he goes into the corner. Brake bias to the rear is a bit much, but he kept it in check. Let's see, this should put him at a 54.5 if he's lucky. Yep, 54.517, not bad. Not nearly how fast as the times in practice that we saw earlier, but I mean... one of those things, maybe the confidence just isn't there. Who else? KB is improving with the Porsche. This is a very brave man driving the Porsche around Paul Ricard. It is such a twitchy car when you're off throttle, and for turn number 8, as he's going through now, so easy to lose the rear of the car, but he does extremely well. He went a bit wide, not quite sure if he went over the track limits there, but we'll see when he crosses the line. He's currently about a 10th and a half up. Should put him just behind Otten's. Let's see, around the final corner. Looked like a bit of countersteer on the exit. Shouldn't hurt him too much. No, he's a 10th down. Okay. Unlucky. Oh, holy crap. Kriya's 4/10 up, 5/10 up on his lap. Can we possibly see the first 53 in the server? We'll have to wait and see. Hits the apex nice. Doesn't go too wide on the exit. Straight line all the way to the finish line. Very nice. Oh, so close. 54 flats. Very good lap from Mr. Brandon Kriya. Very good. Cool. Who's next? Who's next? Don't know how accurate this is, but it says Mr. Dean is currently 3.5 seconds up on his time. X to doubt. That'll put him on a 52. Highly unlikely. Jason McGregor is currently 3/10 up, also on the back straight. Oh, got away with that. Purple does look very sexy. Very nice. Let's go on board with him. Yep, pull it back. There we go. Early on the power. Good exits. Very nice. Okay, brake in a straight line. Pull the car back as you come off of the brakes. Very short run into the last corner. You know, make the last corner as wide as possible. Carry as much speed through as possible. And then just power to the finish line. This should be a decent lap from Jason McGregor. Yes, pushes him up to P7 from P10. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's go to Mr. Renault. Down in 13th. Not where I was expecting him. Maybe he's having a bit difficulties with the car. I don't know if it's just me. You guys know the sour worms that you get? They're like really, really sour. Pretty sure this car's livery borrowed some from how the sour worms looked. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, it goes to P9 from P13. Still not where I think he wants to be. Oh, it gets pushed down to P10. I don't know quite who pushed him down, but still in the top 10. Forsking's on a very quick lap, 4/10 up. Is he getting a bit of a draft? No, it looks like he's being held up, and that should be an invalid lap. Okay, he will... Oh, a bit of racing going on between the two. KB just invalidated, so all things... There we go. Gets out the way. Forskin goes through. Lost all of his time, so he'll have to go again. It's just one of those things. I think the previous lap would have just motivated Volskink. So I'm going to stay on board with him for this lap because it should be a fly. He's already at 10th up. Stays just about within track limits. Oh, very important corner this. Don't go too wide, try and pull the car back in, otherwise you're going to sacrifice the whole of the back straights. Looks like he did just about okay. 2/10 up, very nice. While we have the opportunity, let's go to the helmet cam. See what he does by the end of the straights. A lot of understeer through turn 9. That cost him all of his time. Okay. Let's jump to someone else. He's not going to improve. Yaku Grobler says, nice to see a 720 close to the top. Yes, the 720s are extremely fast in the straights. Don't quite know how they are through the rest of the track, but if I see LaRue on a fast lap again, we'll jump to him. And we can follow him around. Volskink's 2/10 up. Might bump him up a little bit. A lot. Goes to P2. Well, there's only 2/10 between P2 and P7, P8, so I guess that makes sense. Haha. Okay, where is LaRue? Let's jump to him. Just about to start a lap. Let's see how planted the 720S is. The BMW darts out the way. Use all of the track. Don't cut too much. Very nice. Again, don't cut too much. Okay, for the exit, looks very nice. $720s doesn't look too happy to go over the bumps from what I've just seen. But he kept it on track nonetheless. He's currently at 10th down on his fastest lap time, so hopefully he can pull that back. He'll have some sort of a slipstream. There we go, that should help a bit. Helmet cam, let's go! Already approaching the AMG's top speed. We are now well past the BMW of the AMG's top speed. 277 as he brakes for the Apex. Car looks very stable. 230 on the exits, that's about what it should be. And then the very tricky corner 9 is where the men and boys get separated, because that is where trail braking is the most difficult thing to do. I don't know if my timing screens are correct, but it says Barkhuizen is a whole second up on his time. This should put him at a 53.8. Let's see then. He's lost about 2/10 just on the main straight, so I'm guessing on his previous fastest lap he had a toe. Now that he doesn't have it, he's struggling a bit on the straights. Oh, yep, keeps it within the track. Nice and tidy, don't throw away all of your lap time now. It's just about getting it to the finish line. Still about 7/10 up. Oh no, he's backed out. What is... oh, okay. Will he make it to the start-finish line though? Oh, just about. Just about. 2 seconds left. Alright then, no one else is improving. Absolutely no one. So we're going to stay on board with Barkhuizen. See if you can put on a show. I was a bit wobbly over turn 2. Not happy about the bump on the inside. So far, he's also not improving. Nope, he's 2 tenths down and he decides that's it. He's gonna jump back to pits. Lotus is a 10th up. Can maybe jump a couple of positions. Maybe get inside the top 10 if you can improve just a tiny bit. Misses the apex by a country mile, but it's okay. No one is watching. Okay, that's qualifying, folks. So, P1 we have Brandon Krier, then we have False King. Wait, let me do this. It's not working. Why is... That's okay. Anyway, P1 we have Brandon Krier, then we have JW False King, John LaRue, Corne Strauss, Ryan Ottens, Nkube, Barkhuizen, McGregor, False King, his brother Conrad, and Prince KB. That'll be your top 10. Yeah, sorry, let me just reset all of my broadcasting controls here. It's a bit of a mess. So this will be a 45-minute sprint. I do not believe there's any mandatory pit stops, tire changes, nothing. So it'll all be about who's got the fastest car for 45 minutes flat out. No strategy, no time management, just flat out to the end. Oh, excuse me. Wonder what this does for the championship, because Ottens won the previous race with Mac van der Merwe finishing second. Mac van der Merwe even here today? Load shedding, ne? Jakob says the 720s does not like bumps. Yep, that makes sense. I think also on Imola, the chicane, it's also the chicane of death for cars like the 720, because it just get it wrong by a millimeter and you do a Charles Leclerc into the barrier. I mean, unless you want to do that, then it's fine, but preferably not. So who's everyone's bets on to win this race? Don't know if I'm allowed to have a favorite. Nah. I think if Ottens can survive lap 1 and not get swallowed up on the back straight with his super slow I think it's a 4.4 liter NAV8. Don't know the exact displacement, but it's definitely a big V8. Then everything should be fine. Yes, I don't know how many Yaku, I don't know how many Ferrari fans are watching. I am a Max Verstappen fan and a Red Bull fan, and as the camera cuts to Charles Leclerc going through the chicane, I saw him just bump, spin, and I literally screamed from enjoyment. Not that I have anything against them, it's just I think Red Bull deserves a bit of a break from the nightmare start they had. Anyway, that's enough I'm not a fanboy, I'm just passionate moments. I'm not going to commentate on the Hamilton getting lapped. I mean, it's unfortunate, but the Mercedes has been quite slow. And it's weird because I don't know if you guys watched... Okay, we're on the formation lap. The F1 this weekend. The Mercedes looked quite good during practice. There was no porpoising. They were really fast in the straights. And then come qualifying, for some reason, they're not fast in the straights. They're porpoising. There's just no lap time. So I just don't know what's going on with the engineering team. Maybe they drank too much or whatever. Anyway, back to this race. Let's follow our race leader so far, Brandon Creer, as they try and heat up their tires without heating them up too much, because this track is a tire killer. Sector 2, especially turns 9 with the double apex, it will literally melt your front left tire. Like, literally, I've seen it happen. Hey Gavin, glad you could join us just in time. Interesting quality results, to say the least. So we'll see what happens throughout the race. $10 on lap 1 carnage at turn 8. I will take you up on that, Yaku. I will take you up on that. This is the Pro Division Raceface. There are no incidents lap 1. Okay? Clean racing. Always. Anyway, for those of you who don't quite know why they are braking on the straights while going 80 kilometers an hour, it's to try and heat up the tires without scrubbing them. So if you start swerving while the tires are too cold, it'll grain the tires, and then it'll just set you up for failure later on in the race. So kind of a hack is to just drag the brakes for as long as you can, because it'll kind of overheat the brakes, and then that in turn will heat up the tire from the inside and get it up to temp without you having to weave about, grain it, and overall just losing grip. Okay, we are getting ready. Whole pack's getting bunched up. It's a bit early, to be honest. It's still like 2.5 corners to go. That's okay, let's see what happens. Oh, Porsche got a bit happy over the curbs. Green light, there we go. BMW is going to try and squeeze him wide, compromise his line. But the BMW does have the inside line. Oh, the Merc just outbrakes himself. He'll have to give those positions up. There we go, very nice and clean. Oh, some Connies in the background. Oh, a lot of Connies in the background. Porsche goes off, I think he saves it. BMW just hit a bump, but squarely, he saves it. Oh, there's another. Oh, it's just carnage. Oh no. Oh no, guys. What is this? I just said there's no carnage on lap 1. To be expected, though, let's be honest. Okay, it looks like it all stabilized out a little bit. Let's go to the leaders, see if anything's going to happen. No, BMW is way too far in the lead. Let's check Volkswagen. Volkswagen's getting closed on by the McLaren. Look at the closing speed on the McLaren. Hectic. He's surely going to be in front of the Mercedes by the time the Apex. Yep. Move done. Easy as you'd like. Very, very easy. Is the AMG going to try and pull it back in the double right-hander? Doesn't look like it. Let's go further back. Looks clean so far. A bit wide, but I mean, still clean. Everyone is surviving. Yeah, so besides from end of sector 1, it's been pretty clean so far. Let's see what happens here between McGregor and and Cabasa. Cabasa's in the inside, but he's in the outside for the last corner. Yeah, there's absolutely no way through. Okay then. That's it. Let's go back to the leaders. Kria's already pulling a massive gap. Volkswagen's going to try and stick with the McLaren. Of course, the advantage, or the one good thing the AMG has going for it, is it should be quicker through sectors 1 and 3. And as long as it can stay on the bumper of the 720S through these couple of corners that they're going through now, or through turn 6 and 7, try and stay in the draft of the 720S. He can kind of hopefully close the gap to Kria with the McLaren, and they can try and work together. Kleinans up 7 spots in lap 1. Where is Kleinans? He's 12th, very nice. Well, considering the carnage that happened, I mean, could have done a lasty first challenge and ended up in a pretty good position after lap 1. Sorry if I missed any action, guys. I'm just a bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on. These guys are going to have to watch out for track limits. Like, I don't know if I've spoken about this earlier, but if you go literally like a millimeter wide on any corner, it's not like other tracks where you get away going a bit wide on the exit of some corners. On Paul Ricard, if you go wide on any exit, you will get a warning. And 3 warnings, boom, drive through. Sorry, race is done. So these drivers are going to have to keep that in mind, especially if they keep going wide in turn 8. It's not going to end up well. What I can tell you guys is that Ottens is currently the fastest car in the top 10, so watch out for him later in the race. He will be closing down on Volkswagen, Leroux and Kria. He's also, yeah, he's got the fastest lap. We'll see what happens to him a bit later. Any other battles going on throughout the grid? KB, where's Mr. KB? I'm afraid to say Mr. KB might lose his spot coming down the back straight here. Aston in the BMW is mighty quick, and there's just nothing the Porsche will be able to do about it. Easy peasy. Nothing KB could have done about that. Well, KB, if KB's not careful, Patterson's gonna... No, never mind. Patterson was a bit closer on the run-up to the back straight, but it seems he lost a bit of time. I don't know if he has some damage. We see... Is that a Honda? Yes, Erasmus. He went a bit wide. He would have overheated his tires quite a bit. And will be suffering as a result. Alright then, let's see if Patterson can close in on Erasmus. The number 64 car of Alan Patterson does look like it took a couple of hits though, so maybe that's why it was a bit slower in the straight than I expected. Oh, there's a... What's going on ahead? Stop looking for 2 minutes, and it's just carnage everywhere. Mark Taylor is surely going to get passed by Ronaldo here. Surely. I think Taylor could have gone... Actually, no, the door was opened for Taylor. Ronaldo should have gone a bit more defensive on the inside there, because all this has done is given the BMW the inside line into turn number 8, and move's done. Easy peasy. What else is going on? Mr. Sebi Seb. Massive battle going on for P20. Keep it clean, guys. This is Raceface. We are clean racers here. Okay, any other fights going on? There's a little bit of a fight with Mr. KB again. Let me just find him. Don't think there's going to come too much from this fight. The Honda might swallow it up in the straights, depending on what happens. I want to see what Barkhuizen does. He's very close to Renner as well. AMG's just not quick enough to close the gap. He's obviously closing, but just not quick enough. I mean, gets on his rear bumper, but he's not close enough to make the move. Compromises his line into turn 8. They both go a little bit wide, but it's okay. And Renner stays ahead for now. Let's go back to that other battle. Oh, Gaby's gone wide again. Erasmus is still struggling though. Let's try and take a closer look of the Honda. The door does look like it maybe has a little more. Oh, as KB has a massive moment under the brakes, gives this position up, and Erasmus goes through. Let's see if he can keep it. It's a little bit of a mark. I mean, it's nothing major. Nothing major. Remember when I said to watch out for Ottens later in the race? He's closing. He's closing. Wonder if there's going to be a bit of team orders going on here. Are they even... Yeah, they're in the same team. Sorry about that. Ryan will try and make this move as clean as possible, because after all it is his teammates. And he does not want to take out his teammates. Obviously. Easy peasy. Oh! Oh! Very nice save from Volkswagen. That was insane. insane. Let's check the helmet cam, guys. Let's check the helmet cam. Oh, oh, very nice. That was good. That was a good save. Oh no, what's happened? There we go. We're back. Unfortunately for Volkswagen, there's no pit stops in this race because I'm pretty sure he needs a change of underwear after that moment. Pretty sure. Also, Christian Deploy, if you're watching, that's how you save an AMG through turn 8. Just by the way. Anyway, I think someone just overtook Barkhuizen. I think I just missed the battle. KB's in the pits. What happened to KB? Did he decide just... No thank you. I'm done. Yeah, he's not on the lift. He's just... Oh, there's another Porsche that's just like... Nope, we are not taking part in this race anymore. It's okay. Ottens is catching Leroux. The last lap, Ottens was about a half a second quicker than Leroux. So if he keeps it up like this, by the end of the next lap we should have a really nice battle going on. Let's see if the Porsche can somehow use the slipstream to its advantage. Let's go, Jason Luck. Goes to the inside. BMW can't do anything about it, but as soon as he's out of the slipstream, he's almost just keeping level with the BMW, but obviously has the advantage of the inside line. Oh! Guys, speed racing, please! Unfortunately, Mr. Sebiseb was a helpless bystander in that. Let's see what happened. Was there enough space left? Yes. I think, unfortunately, Mr. Jason Luck just went a little wide going out of the apex and unfortunately hit Mr. Seb. These things happen. It's racing. Jump to Gideon Renner. He's on the taillights of the AMG and we're heading onto the back straight. This should be an easy overtake. Barkhuizen weaving, trying to break the slipstream. BMW's just too quick. Must be a Ferrari engine in that BMW. And he's ahead. Now don't screw up turn 8. Keep the car nice and stable. Within track limits. And the move is done. Not much Barkhuizen could have done there, to be honest. Like, oh, Renner has a bit of a moment on the exit, which allows Barkhuizen to come back in. Yep. Spoke too soon. Well done, Barkhuizen. Easy peasy. We'll have to wait for the back straight again, because I get the feeling it'll just be a repeat of what we just saw. Speaking of which, is Otten's catching? He does look a lot closer to that McLaren of John Leroux. Where's my chat? Nope, that is not my chat. There we go. So as one AMG is busy hunting down a McLaren, another AMG is being hunted down by a BMW. As you can see in the background there, there should be an easy overtake for Ottens. He just needs to be side by side. He'll have the inside line. Oh, hairy stuff. Very brave from John LaRue. Sorry, I think I missed something in the background there. Barkhuizen. Did I lose my bearings? Okay, no. Volkskank is still ahead of the BMW of Nkube. That's fine. Let's jump back to this battle. Oh, I missed the overtake. Oh no, let's jump back. Okay. Looks like the 720 just went a bit hot into turn number 9. Left the inside wide open for the AMG. And he went through. Now, can the AMG stay ahead of that quick McLaren in the straights? We'll have to see. There we go. Where's the next closest battle? Volkskank on Renner. Let's go. That's a little three-way battle going on here between Volkskank, Renner and Barkhuizen. Unfortunately, I get the funny feeling that the AMG is just going to be a sitting duck. Here he comes! Big BMW boy! On the inside. Don't hit your car on the left. Oh, oh, who's that? Oh no! I don't know who that was. Volkskank. No, Volkskank. Couldn't save it this time, could he? Let's see what happens. There should be a carbon copy of the previous couple of laps. He just couldn't save it this time. Yep. Brake bias too far rearwards. Brake in the middle of the corner. That is going to happen, unfortunately. He's either going to have to retire that car or spend about 2 minutes on repairs. Oh no. Okay, we're back. Let's go back to the Barkhuizen fights. So Renner passed Barkhuizen, but the McLaren of Konrad Volkskank is still behind the pack. Closes up massively through the braking zone though, so if Renner doesn't speed this up a bit, he's going to be a sitting duck just like Barkhuizen was. No, that wasn't Ottens, that was Volkskank, Cornet. He managed a brilliant save a couple of laps back, also turn 8. Couldn't do it this time. He's close. Renner gives him the inside. Are they going to go side by side through turn 8? Yep, Renner goes very wide. Has to be careful of Volkskank now going into turn number 9. But he manages to just stay ahead. Oh, Forsking went a bit wide, but he's staying ahead of the Aston Martin of Brian King for the moment. Yep, no. He'll probably keep the position. Let's go to Ronaldo, as he's having a lovely fight with Francois Erasmus again. Well, he was. I don't know if Erasmus made another mistake, because Erasmus was ahead right before I jumped to them. That's okay. Let's go to Mr. King as we enter the back straight. He's looking really close to that McLaren. Let's go, King! Let's go, King! Not quite close enough. But he's right on the back of Forsking. We've also just gone past halfway through the race. We've only had about 5 incidents. Maybe a tiny bit more, but it's okay. Everything's okay. Looks like King is falling back just a tiny bit through the last sector, as Forsking's now right on the rear bumper of Renault. If Forsking can just get a clean exit out of turn 6 and 7, he should have a pretty easy run up on that BMW. Takes it nice and tight through turn 5. Don't open it too much on the exit of turn 6. Pull it back in for 7 so that you straight line the corner. Very nice. Let's see. Go to our favorite overtaking camera. Here comes the McLaren. Just too quick. Again, don't defend the inside. Yeah, Forsking's ahead before turn 8 even comes up. But that has allowed King right back into the mix. BMW looked a bit sideways on the exit there. Oh, King's going for it! Yep, Renault has no choice but to give the position up. Otherwise there would have been contact, and we don't have that here. As demonstrated just now, clean, fair racing. Very nice. Very nice. I don't know if Otten's has had an issue over the last couple of laps, but he's a bit further back than what I expected, judging from his lap times earlier. He's lapping in the high 55s at the moment, where Brandon Krier is doing mid to low 55s, so I don't see Otten's catching Krier anytime soon. So Krier just needs to keep it on the road and not do a JW Forsking through turn 8, and he should win. Let's go back to this fight for P6 and 7. Do you think they're a bit too far back? Maybe the McLaren can have a run on Barkhuizen. But yeah, I think he's just a bit too far back. Mark Taylor's right on the rear of Kabasa. Where's Kabasa? There he is. Oh. Hey Alan, glad you could make it. False is looking very close. Is he gonna go for the dive bomb? Nope, keeping it nice and clean. I don't think False gonna stay in P6 for very long. What do you mean a lot of retirements deploy? There's one, from what I could see. Two. There's two retirements. Gordon Strauss and Prince KB. Anyway, can False just don't go too wide on turn 7? Oh, he drifts a bit through turn 6. That might have cost him a tiny bit. And as a result, yes, he does not look close enough to get this overtake going. No, he's catching, but he's gonna run out of road, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's gonna have to buckle up and try again next lap. There's not a lot of action going on throughout the grid at the moment. This is about the closest battle we have. So I'm gonna stick with them a tiny bit. Yes, Alan, I saw that. Made for a nice little commentating piece. Thanks. Well, Alan, I mean, I don't know, if you just did your repairs, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say the cleanest of racing going on. So maybe you could have got back into top 15. Maybe top 10. Guys are lapping in the high 57s, so could have maybe been worth a shot. Okay, let's see if False can learn from his mistakes. Gently through turn 6. Prioritize turn 7. There we go. Now we're going to see a move. We have to see a move. It is the law. Just too easy on the straights for the McLaren. Keeps it within track limits, and that should be the move done. Now this move happened early in the race, and exact... Oh no! That's not clean racing. That's not what we strive to do here. Come now, guys. I'm joking, that was... I think Barkhuizen thought... Because that exact move happened early in the race, where False came past, and then into the braking zone for turn 9, Barkhuizen kept the inside line with a bit more superior grip from the MG, and overtook him again. I'm guessing he thought he could do the same, but the thing is, his tires are 30 minutes old at the moment. So as soon as he asked bit more steering angle from the car. He started understeering as well, into force kink. Just lost it. One of those things. That should be P5 secured for force kink though, unless King can do something about it. Let's look at the lap times. They're both lapping about the mid 56s. So unless force kink makes a mistake or King magically, you know, turns his turbo up to 11, not that the Aston has a turbo, I don't think he's going to catch force kink. Looks like JW Force King decided to indeed repair his car and continue with the race. He did not finish in the top 10 last race, and I doubt he's going to now, so this has not been the start that he would have hoped for his Sprint Series campaign. But if anything, this is learning laps for tomorrow's race, which is the big one. So hopefully he can learn something. Move the brake bias a bit more forward. Don't brake in the middle of turn 8. And he should be golden. Is Lotus busy catching Renault? Yes, he's about half a second a lap quicker at the moment, so let's stay with this pair for a bit. See if you can close the gap. Definitely closer through turn 6 and 7. But as we know that AMG does not like the straight, so I doubt he's going to gain any time in the back straight. He'll have to do is overtake the old-fashioned way, through a corner. Is Renault carrying damage? What's going on here? This is not expected. No. Oh, bit of a moment from Renault through the corner. Keeps it on track. Don't outbrake yourself now. Don't open the inside. Everything looks clean so far. And they both survived. Very nice. While we have a bit of time, I would like to once again say a very big thank you to all of our sponsors. 95 Liveries, please hook them up or give them a shout if you want any liveries done to your car for ACC. I don't know if he does real life liveries as well, but he does some pretty sick car liveries. PWSR, as far as I'm concerned, the best team in ACC South African racing at the moment. I'm totally not racing for them, just saying. Resource Complete, Speed Labs, and DS Films. Just a reminder again that the opening video that you saw before the race started was done by DS Films, and they did an amazing job. Simply amazing. So remember to look up all of our sponsors, as the more you help our sponsors, the more they help us. While I was talking cuck, I do think Lotus got past Renault. But Renault is closing up because that BMW is just in Saying, oh, wrong car, there we go. Easy inside move, don't touch each other. This is clean racing. Very nice. Barkhuizen will have the inside, but Renner looks like he's a bit braver on the brakes. Barkhuizen will still have the inside line. Don't touch each other. Very clean racing. Very nice. And now Renner will have the inside for turns number 10 and 11. Nice, he got his position back. Everything is as I left it, so you missed nothing. Oh, it's Lotus, not Barkhuizen. Apologies. The broadcaster doesn't update the timings in real time, so if there's a BMW sandwich and 2 Mercedes drivers, it's a bit confusing. It's Lotus that's getting overtaken by Renner. There we go. This is either going to be a very clean couple of corners or the typical Raceface incident. We'll see. Now, the one good thing that Renner has going for him is he is, as we've mentioned, in the BMW, and the BMW is a lot faster than the MGs on the straights. So, if he could stay on the inside, don't give them the inside, he should be able to stay ahead. Barkhuizen's going to have a look on Lotus. Very brave going on the outside, braking in the middle of turn number 8. Didn't go so well for other drivers. Oh, massive moments between Lotus and Renault. That's not clean racing, guys. Come now. Let's see what happened. No, that's not far enough ahead. Oh. Don't think that was 10 seconds, but here we are. We'll just have to sit here. Okay, let's see what happened. So Renner's in the lead, then Lotus, then Barkhuizen. Oh. Either Renner overslowed his car a little bit and Lotus wasn't ready for it, or Lotus was like, you know what? I have all the grip and I can just plant my foot down and the car will take it. Obviously it didn't, and he smashed into Renault. You're on television, Renault. You're not allowed to do stuff like that. Come now. That wasn't very nice. It's okay. What's happening? Lotus is just behind Kabasa. Let's go to him. Kabasa has a drive. Oh no! Brandon Krier has a drive-through. He had the lead and he threw it away for absolutely no reason. Why would you go chasing track limits like that? That is an easy one thrown away for Brandon Krier. Yes, Christian, thank you very much. I did catch it. He's going to have to take that drive-through before his 3 laps warning passes. Because if he doesn't take it, he gets a substantial time penalty added, which will just drop him further back than what it would have if he just takes the drive-through. So that's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Mr. Fleming Bauer. Racing rigs based options. Any suggestions in SA? There's a guy, Stephen Kenrick. I think it's Stephen Kenrick. He sells on the race. You can go check out the Raceface Discord. There's a yellow pages page. You can go check him out there. Very decent prices. Comes with a chair. Very sturdy rigs. Very nice. Okay, let's go back to Taylor. Looks like he's busy closing up on Lotus. Let's see what's going on there. If I can find Taylor. There we go. Mark Taylor. He has... I have no idea what's going on in this image. But it's clean racing nonetheless. Let's see what happens. The Aston goes on the outside. That's almost off track. AMG gets overtaken on both sides. Ooh! Aston has a bit of a moment as he tries to dodge the BMW. They both keep it on track. Alan, my man, or Christian, can you sort out Mr. Fleming with the Discord link? Get him onto our community page. So, Taylor leads Lotus, leads Ronaldo. This should be the second last lap of the race, so if these three can just keep it clean, but fair, some good points. Oh, Ronaldo's going on the move on Lotus. He'll have the inside line. Oh, there's contact, because what is proximity? But he does take the position nonetheless. Lotus will try and fight back. He might actually do it. No. He stuffs up the apex a little bit. Let's just get this camera pointed at the right cars. And I do not think, even with Slipstream, that Lotus is going to catch the Aston. I just do not think so. Oh, don't know, my hand slipped, I'm sorry. Let's go back. He's right on the rear. He's got the inside. Let's go, Lotus. Just not quite close enough. He might try something into turn number 9. No, a bit too close. Had to back out early. Nice drift through turn number 9. Quickly check in on our leader as he takes his drive through. Wise of him to take it now, otherwise he can't take it anymore, and then it's an even bigger penalty. Drive through cleared. Where does he come out? Was that Volskink? Was that LaRue? That was Volskink. He's just behind Bernard King. This is going to be one hell of a lap from Kriya to try and get back some positions. Let's see. Maybe. Let's jump onto the rear wing of King. He's going to try and obviously weave as much as he can without getting a 5-second penalty like Sir Lancelot. He actually does defend the inside line, which I've been suggesting the entire race you do, because it just makes it so much more difficult. You cannot pass around the outside of turn number 8. Can King cut it back? He's going to try to... Nope. Kriya just closes the door on him. Fair overtake from Kriya. He lined it up through 8, knew he wasn't going to be able to take around turn 8. Oh, Kriya has a little moment on the brakes into the corner. That's an off track. I guess if you just reset all your warnings, you can quickly afford a warning. And Ottens finishes the race. That's not important at the moment. Kriya does take king. He's going to be kicking himself. He's going to be absolutely kicking himself. Okay, so Ryan Ottens is your race winner. I did predict it at the start, I'm just saying. It's totally not because Kriya got a drive-through that he won. Anyway, no, he did keep Ruth in track limits, so fair play to him. Second is Mr. John LaRue, then Kube, Conrad Volskenk, Brandon Kriya. BMW probably has an oil leak, that's why he's standing there. Bernhard King, Barkhuizen, Taylor, Ronaldo, and Lotus finishes up your top 10. Pretty eventful race. Went by pretty quickly if you ask me. Let's go to this view. There we go. Kriya obviously had the fastest lap. Just couldn't bring it over the finish line in first. So I don't know quite how to end these streams. I'm going to say thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great race. Love you all, and goodbye.